So, how did Jesus view his own crucifixion? Because I think one of the things we think about is that it was a sacrifice. And I want to give you a little bit of insight that maybe it was not, maybe his perspective was not our perspective. Uh, because it's like this, okay? We may have been thinking sacrifice, but the Bible says, for the joy that was set before him, he endured the cross. Now, here's an amazing thought. Okay, so I have a family, as maybe you've already heard me talk about and say many times, and married. I have 3 kids that are older. Our youngest is 20, and also have 5 grandkids. Now, here's the thing. At a moment's notice, without even thinking about it, I would be willing, need be, to give my life in protecting them. Now, for me, this isn't even a second thought. I mean, it's not like, oh man, I wonder if I should do it or not. No, it's already logged into my brain. It's hardwired into me, and I believe it's hardwired into, for generality, most parents or people that share some kind of love towards someone that they deeply care about. And that comes out of love. So and Jesus made this statement. He said, no one takes my life. I lay my life down that I may take it up again. So no one took his life. Jesus said, I lay my life down. In fact, when he was before Pilate, and Pilate said, don't you realize I have the power to crucify you or the power to set you free? Jesus said, you would have no power over me had it not been given you from above. So here we are with Jesus giving his life. Okay. And equally, like, if I have to give my life, if I'm in a situation where my life has to be given for my family, then that's not a sacrifice to me. I do it because I love them. So my sole purpose in doing it isn't so I can necessarily gain something afterwards, isn't so my name can be remembered for years to come, isn't so I can be known as the legendary. It isn't for any of that. It's fact quite opposite. Nobody else may know but them. But for me, that's enough. And it is literally and solely based on the reality that of my love for them, and nothing in the world can change my love for them. I wonder when Jesus was giving his life and chose to say, no one takes my life. So in essence, no one takes my life. So in reality, what I'm doing is I've already chosen to give my life. Nobody takes it from me. See, there's a difference. If you take it from me, then that means I wasn't expecting to give it or to lay it down. It was unexpected. But if I give my life and you can't take my life, then no, you don't take my life. I gave it up. See how that works? So I don't believe that Jesus saw it necessarily as a sacrifice. I believe how Jesus looked at it was, I am giving this in love because of my great love. Jesus said, greater love is no one than this, than that a man lay down his life for his friends. So I just want to encourage you today that this was not for sacrificial purposes that Jesus gave his life. Because when you're sacrificing, sacrifice denotes loss, denotes that it's my last option. Sacrifice is always either, the pure definition of sacrifice is my last option. I have no other way. I have to do this. And in doing this, I'm also going to lose something. This was not what Jesus did, which was why it was not a sacrifice. But it was, see, you got to understand this. We've been taught that it's a sacrifice, but if Jesus said, no one takes my life from me, that means he had a choice. He had other options. That means it was something he chose to willingly lay down and do, and he did not have to do that, but he chose to. Now, I'll get into in another video why he chose to do that. Not going to get into this video, but just so you know, this is not for sacrificial purposes. This is simply because I love you. This is why Jesus did this, because of the great love that he has for all of humanity. Everyone. Doesn't matter who you are, what side of the tracks you are, what color you are, what creed, what background, what sex you claim, nothing. It doesn't matter. What does matter is that love that Jesus has for you, and that is his sole purpose of why he laid his life down so he could take it back up again. Have a great day, and remember, you are loved.